So this is the first mini adventure of the 2021 season. That's Seahawk on the right, and we're over Cellar Cove, just about in time for the sunset. There's a few boats here, they look like they're spending the night. Lovely. And this is the view from on the cliff, and there are the boats. That's Nosmayo in the background. And I very slightly misjudged the tide when I left the dinghy for the walk. I knew it was going to go up half a metre, but I think I underestimated what half a metre was, and it's just splashing it. Well, it's still there. My little sea anchor. So I'm at Cove, 4 hours, it's alright. It was blooming windy, a bit tiring and hard work, but unfortunately I couldn't get the anchor to stick at all. I think those boats over there must have bigger anchors or something, I don't know, or they're in a better place, but I was halfway between the dinghies and the big boat and I couldn't get the anchor to stick, it was dragging. So I'm just trundling around the bay a little bit, having a bit of lunch, and then I'm going to head back with this wind behind me, but I think it's too windy to anchor anywhere. So here we are on the way back, nice broad reach, and we're averaging 6 knots over the ground, and it feels like it as well. Wow, look at that, amazing. And that's with half a sail and a working jib. Got a bit of everything today. First goose wing of the season. Here she is in all her glory. Yay! Fly, baby, fly! Oops. So I just came back to Nosmayo. It's a proper safe haven, this, and absolutely gorgeous anyway, so I don't really care too much. And yeah, it's looking good. It's still a bit windy, but most people don't seem to mind it, so I'm going to stick with it. So just over there is Saddler 26, and he's just invited me over for a whiskey, which is nice, isn't it? It's alright. So this is last night, Newton Ferrers. There's sunset behind Seahawk. Super. So I'm halfway from Cellar Cove to Kingsand and Cawsand, which is quite frankly awful to to try and anchor in an easterly, so I don't really know why I'm going there, but it's what I normally do, and I'll get there just in time for a spot of lunch. So then I'm going to go back to the mooring. Yeah, that was pretty bad, but just putting the wind on the beam and going backwards and forwards across the bay wasn't so bad. There's another person there just deciding that it's too rough to put an anchor down, and it's beautiful, isn't it? It's actually very peaceful here, bearing in mind that there's 20 knot wind out there in Plymouth Sound, and yeah, it's a lovely end to my little weekend, I think. Well, that's pretty much the end of this weekend's jaunt. I'm just sheltering under Jennycliff from this horrible easterly. A couple of little things to do before I head back to the mooring, including charging the battery with the engine chugging away. So I hope you enjoyed this little insight into my little adventures on my Hurley 22, and